Nick Mangold is coming. He's on his way. But we have the internet and somebody won. And so we want to make sure we get you that information. Second runner-up. I don't understand gender reveals, but this one made me laugh.
I haven't seen this yet.
Well, it's a fail, is what it is. It's a fail, Greenie.
Oh, that made you laugh?
It makes me laugh. Well, I don't get the whole gender reveal thing.
Well, you get finding out if it's going to be a boy or a girl.
Well, no, I understand what it means, but like, why is this becoming like a big trend now?
I'll tell you that. I don't really know. When did that start? I missed that meeting.
It seemed like it started recently with the internet explosion. I love gender reveals, but I hate the fact it fell on her head. You might hurt her.
It's just balloons, Jalen. Okay, that's, yep. I don't even need to explain to you what this is. Those are dolphins, and they won.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's awesome, by the way.
Oh, my goodness.
Behind you.
Jalen?
That's an old school NFL hit right there.
This makes me so happy, and I don't even know why. Okay, the winner, though, always, forever, goes to Tiffany Haddish, who's just destroying Double Dutch.
Double Dutch bus coming down the street.
I mean, her show, the last OG's Emmy for Your Consideration event last night, and just took the shoes off and went for it. She's probably one of my favorite people.
Could you do that? Could anyone here do that? I could not do that.
I watched a lot of Double Dutch. I never participated.
I don't know. I could try it. Maybe I can do it. I'm going to say yes, I can.
Well, let's get to the Hot Take Factory here, and we are going to have a special guest in our studio coming up shortly, and that will be Jets offensive lineman Nick Mangold, who will run through some stuff with him. But first, we'll do a couple of hot takes for you, and it starts in the NBA, where the Cavs knocked off the Pacers. We've been talking about it all morning long in Game 7 to avoid elimination, and LeBron James had to carry a lot of the load. He had 45 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. So, providing the hot takes for us this morning is our executive producer, Bill Wolf.
Lovely.
Bill, what is our first hot take of the morning?
In lieu of Nick Mangold, I will give you this hot take, Greenie. This was the greatest playoff series of LeBron James's career. Greenie, what say you?
No, it wasn't. I mean, that's how brilliant and dominant and incredible he was, but it wasn't. LeBron James played in the NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors team that had won 73 games, and LeBron led both teams in scoring, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks. So he did everything better than anyone else on the court against a team that, by one standard of measure, was the greatest of all time. So this was a brilliant, dominant performance, but you have to take into account it was in the first round against a 5 seed.
True.
So it's a great series, but it was not as good as that.
I mean, I'd say it's 1 and 1A because you're just dragging a bunch of weight behind you in this series. Like, there's no one there helping.
You excellent professionals. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That was also the series where Kyrie Irving got injured in Game 1?
No. This is the one they won. They beat Golden State.
No, not when he led everybody in all of those statistical categories.
Well, the historic game was...
We'll look that up for you.
When they lost.
Yeah.
But either way, this is how it looks when LeBron James does not play with 2 All-Stars. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And when he gets somebody else to finally show up,
they're not going
to. Oh,
to.
Man, there's Tristan. He'll give me a double-double. We win. Oh, there's George Hill. We advance. Kevin Love makes a couple of shots. That's all I need.
That was it. You saw what you saw yesterday. That was it. Nothing else. Next is me. Thunder fell short against the Jazz on Friday. Despite the fact, look, Russell Westbrook had 46 points. They lost the series 4-2. And when Carmelo Anthony was asked about the idea of coming off the bench next season, he said out of the question. Bill?
Michelle, here's a hot take for you. It is pretty hot. Carmelo Anthony will never again start for a playoff team. Michelle Beadle.
Brian, I can't deal with you. I don't think it's that hot. I have been on the record. I have not. I think Carmelo Anthony, the human, is great. I think Carmelo Anthony, the NBA player, is not ideal. And I think these types of situations, this is not the first time he's scoffed at the idea of coming off the bench. Not even the first time this year. So he's not the kind of teammate that I necessarily would look forward to playing with because you were non-existent in this series. And so to immediately shoot down the idea that you could possibly one day come off the bench is absurd to me.
This was not a good way for Carmelo Anthony to end this season. This soundbite is going to continue to plague him into the future. Almost like it happened with Latrell Sprewell when he couldn't come to a contractual agreement with Minnesota and he said, I have to feed my family. Here's why. As you get older, the goal is to continue to reinvent yourself.
Yes,
and there's some level of humility that comes with that. Carmelo Anthony will be a Hall of Fame, one of the greatest scorers the league has seen. You're making $28 million next year. You're basically guaranteed to be on the squad. At this point of your career, look at Dwayne Wade. He's a reserve.
Yes.
Look at LeBron James. He's an all-time great player. He falls somewhere in the middle of that at this point, but the difference is they're both three-time champions. So at this point of his career, you would think he's willing to do and or say the right things in order to start or contribute on a playoff team. I will not say he will not start because people get injured and things like that happening. But Carmelo Anthony, as a stretch four, will not be a starter for a contending team anymore.
All right, and one more I have for you here. Again, the New York Jets had what a lot of people thought was a fantastic draft, and it began right there when Sam Darnold, the quarterback, fell to them at number 3 overall. My initial reaction was the team that always gets it wrong finally had everything go right. So, Bill, what is our hot take about the Jets?
In anticipation of the arrival of great Jet Nick Mangold, here's your hot take. This is finally the year that the Jets turn it around, Greeny.
Wow.
Well, it depends on how you define that. I hope that we look back on the selection of Sam Darnold as the beginning of it all turning around. That said, he's 20 years old. I will be more than happy if Sam Darnold doesn't see the field at all this year and just sits and learns and absorbs from basically the head coach or the quarterback's coach, who is their starting quarterback, in Josh McCown. So will this be the year they turn it around and go 11-5? No. But do I think this could be the beginning of something really special? I hope so.
I think it's the beginning of something special. And for Jets fans, and I might date myself with this reference, he reminds me of an actor. Couldn't he play on Happy Days?
Are you talking about
Ron Howard?
Ralph Malph?
Yeah, like
Donnie
Ralph
Most?
Malph. Yes.
Really?
No doubt about it.
That's not exactly what he looks like to me.
He's not cool as the Fonz. I think he's more like Ralph Malph.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Sure.
I really hope he's nothing like Ralph Malph when the season begins.
That's a classic.
All right, coming up, as we mentioned, Nick Mangold is going to be here. And so Hembo put together this list. During his career with the Jets, and he only played with the Jets, Nick Mangold snapped the ball to 13 different quarterbacks. How many of them do you think he can name?
Goodness.
How many of the 13 quarterbacks do you think he can name?
I want to know how many you can
9.
name.
I could name them all easily. We'll find out how many Nick can name when he joins us coming up next. Thanks for getting up with ESPN.
An incredible